Welcome, boys.
What's going on, gentlemen?
New microphones.
Yeah, very professional.
All for the viewers, obviously.
Absolutely.
Oh, more for the listeners, I think, really, isn't it?
True. Well, we're bringing this podcast on a Sunday night for the first time in history.
Yeah, it's going to be different.
A couple of afternoon races on a Sunday, which has been awesome. So I've watched them all, and this is our, I suppose, live reaction to it. So
made a day of it.
Made a day of it. It was awesome. How good was that? Seriously,
it was the best.
So much better.
Great day to have a great day.
Yeah.
What you cook up some steaks,
Yeah,
chicken wings as well.
Yeah, we had some good food. So I had a good time. Couple of good races as well. F1, more of a technical race. I mean, it was obviously a race for second, as we thought it all would be.
Yeah.
So results as predicted by myself. Verstappen won by pretty much a pit stop. Norris in second, and Piastri
Yeah, awesome work.
first podium. Hopefully first of many.
Great work.
Amazing for a rookie season as well.
Man.
And never been to that track.
So good. Well, and exactly in qualifying. I mean, putting it on the front row after never coming to Suzuka ever, I think is an incredible feat.
Oh, man. And, one of the most technical, if not the most technical track on the calendar.
As you said, driver's track, you know.
Yeah.
That first sector is insane. That is left, right. So, yeah, it was really good to see. And he is a star. He is simply a star.
What a signing from McLaren, seriously.
Yeah. Well, it was rough there. Like, it was it was Alpine obviously thought they had him, and then he went over to McLaren and that famous tweet that he put out.
Yeah.
So, but, he's showing them why they got him. So
They'll be ruining that's for sure. Alpine.
They'll be kicking themselves. And a 2026 extension as well.
Yeah, signed up.
Which is really good.
How good, man.
Sign
Seriously.
Up. So a few, well, not movements, but a few signage for over the week. And we got both the Alpha Tauri signed up. So Ricciardo in for another year, and Tsunoda, which I think we all were a bit surprised that Lawson's been sort of left out.
Bit stiff.
Yeah.
Another good race this weekend.
Left out in the cold. He beat Tsunoda at Tsunoda's home track, which we thought was going to be, were very hard to do. So,
you reckon he's going to Williams?
I don't know. Sargent brings the money, so.
Yeah,
it's Sargent again. I mean,
man, and there's a few of them today. Just crazy dives up the inside, and
well, exactly. I mean, Sargent in qualifying, crushing in that spot. I mean, they were saying the Williams was getting loose there the whole time. You'd think he would have had it,
had an idea about it.
and then
drive around it, bro.
And then locking in the race, locking up. And we were laughing because Bottas gave him 3 or 4 car whips.
And he just punted
him straight off. There was a couple, you look at Perez's race. Perez had an absolute shocker of
a stinker.
Even what's his name came out and said that, Christian Horner.
Yeah, he did.
He's had a weekend to forget.
And I mean, Bottas the same. So yeah, there was a bit of race attrition out there. So
yeah, just a crazy move. Does that mean any other driver, you'd think he's in for a year and that's it.
Yeah.
Is he just going to stay because, obviously, of his dad and all the money?
Sargent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Same with Stroll. I mean, actually, Stroll didn't have a bad race. Where did he finish in the end, Dan? Was he?
Lance.
No, he had DNF.
DNF, man.
Fucking hell.
They pulled him in.
That's right, yeah.
They did.
But while you were right. He was actually racing not too bad.
I think he nearly got up to the top 10, which, I mean... Yeah, I mean, it's that Aston Martin isn't the Aston Martin it was at the start of the year.
Yeah, everyone's kind of not everyone, but a lot of people have surpassed them now.
Yeah, you can tell the race with new parts and everything. Obviously, they've slowed down a bit. So,
as you could say, maybe the cream rises to the top a little bit with the teams.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what, Mercedes were talking the talk with their upgrades a few weekends ago, and they haven't really started yet. So, obviously, they're still trying to get their head around that car.
How's Hamilton pushing out fucking George Russell wide and then giving him nothing?
Yeah, standard Hamilton.
Russell would let him through, seriously.
Standard Hamilton. And for all 4 wheels are actually looking back at the incident, Russell did pass him on the outside, outbraked himself. Then all 4 wheels off the track. I mean, only Hamilton would get away with that. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, we were watching that, and Dan, you could attest to this. Tom was fired up.
Oh, he was.
Fuck.
There would have been a few beats in there. Yeah.
But he just never gives anything. And they see him as Verstappen's unfair racer and hard racer, but time after time after time, this happens. He either pushes someone off or he has an incident. You look at Alex Albon's incidents over the years. I mean, we've already touched on this, but yeah, he just on those battles, those one-on-one battles, he crashes or forces the other driver off the track more than any other driver on the grid.
Yeah, exactly. Again, we've touched on it so many times and seen it in so many different instances.
Yeah.
Him and Rosberg,
Yeah.
Him and Max.
Yeah.
Albon's a big one that we talked about. Even a couple of weeks ago in Italy, you know, who was it that I think Piastri that he hit.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't give him any room.
Yeah.
So
And wrecked his race. So I think it got a measly 5-second penalty that didn't even affect his race. So
no, it's right that he, you know, sorted out quite easily. But
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm wrapped sort of Carlos past George as well.
Yeah.
No, it was just funny that Hamilton's like, yeah, tell George, like, they're like, stay within a second of George, let him use DRS. Like, yeah, no worries. And then he just boots past him on the straight and leaves him for dead. Like, great teamwork.
Yeah, the worst, man. Seriously.
But
he's not signed up next year, is he, Hamilton?
no, I think it is. I think there's only one spot on the grid left, and it's Sargent's seat.
He has. They've signed for 2 years,
2
haven't
years,
they?
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's only Sargent, which we... Well, you'd think that Lawson would get signed up there, but, I mean, there's no real affiliation between Williams and Red Bull, so...
That's right.
They'd have to release him on loan like they did Carlos Sainz back in the day, so we'll see if that ever happens.
And really, he should be replacing fucking Tsunoda, man. Tsunoda's... How long has he been in the championship for?
3 years? 4 years,
Yeah,
maybe?
I think
He hasn't
3.
really done anything.
He hasn't shown that X factor yet.
Nah.
And he, in the first year that he was in, he crashed in France. Bad crash in France, bad crash in Imola, both in qualifying. He's fixed that sort of part of his game, but yeah, I mean, he just doesn't have, like, he doesn't finish fifth. You know, where Gasly pops up, finish fifth, Ocon finishes on the podium.
Yeah.
Like, they have these weekends where they show that spark, and he hasn't had that yet, so...
Well, it's just not great signs if you've got Liam Lawson coming straight out and beating him in his home race.
And he was defending him like an absolute animal.
And it was a fair fight.
Yeah, it was good racing.
Yeah.
It was really good racing. You know what? It's funny. We were touching on it downstairs. That Aleix is such a hothead. I think Tsunoda's quite the same.
Yeah.
Once something's wrong, that's it. Like, he's out.
It's almost like they fixate on it or something like that.
Yeah, too emotional.
Yeah. You need to take that emotion out of it. Like, yes, we love to see it, but
when you're in the car,
you have to just be on it. Like, and time has to slow down so you can relax. Like, you can't go bang, 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 bang. Like, we'll touch on MotoGP soon, but Aleix in qualifying, that was just ridiculous. Him coming back and screaming, yelling, and then he had to go out a minute later, like, just not on.
You got to be ice cold. Like, think of riders or drivers where they're hotheads while they're driving. They don't have success.
Yeah,
they either change that aspect of their personality when they're driving or riding, and then they start winning. But it's not like you don't see them fucking banging around or yelling at people while they're...
No, exactly.
Yeah, well, jumping codes for a second. You look at Roger Federer when he was a young kid. He was throwing his racket, getting angry, and then he goes. One day, it must have just clicked. This is not how you win. And you look at obviously he's one of the greatest tennis players in history, and one of the greatest person in history. So
probably the most loved athlete of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, good call.
You know?
Yeah, who doesn't like Roger Federer?
I know, you'd have to be like a real fucking dick. Not like Roger Federer, seriously. Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's, I think the big thing from this weekend is how good that track is.
Yeah.
That's perfect weather for it too. Like, it's just an unreal day.
That qualifying lap, if we watch it we should watch it on board of that qualifying lap from Verstappen, was unbelievable. Unbelievable. He, going through the S's, going through turn 5, it was just incredible to see. Like, the cars look so fast on that track.
Well, they just hug it, don't they?
You just don't... Some tracks, they don't look as fast. That track... And they're just the direction change. Even the direction change in turn 1 and going 130R as well, James. That left-hander. That left-hander. I mean, that's such a famous...
Oh, man. And how many moments have there
How did the bikes go through that corner? Is it like a braking zone or is it a pretty fast?
Well, then they were in 2002, so I assume they would at least be... they'd be braking, sure.
Yeah.
Just steady the bike.
But I'm talking like Suzuka 8 hour.
I'm not too sure. I assume they would still let up the
Well done, Dan. It's incredible.
Fuck, that's quick, Dan. Like Jamie Vernon.
I know, I'll call you Jamie. This is like...
That's immaculate conditions for just
getting
around the track.
I always just expect to see like like on the F1, like a driving line.
This is the corner here. He took this flat where no one has all weekend. Yeah.
Not even Perez?
No.
But that's just the guy that's at the top of his game.
Yeah.
This corner as well. Oh, look at that. It's such a tight corner.
Yeah. And this is tight as well. It's tighter than you think. I love his hairpin, man.
Looks so calm on board. They run wide on purpose so they don't get a snap of oversteer coming out.
You know what they say as well? It's not the person that looks the fastest. It's always like the person doesn't look fast. It's just smooth.
Yeah.
And that's always the fastest lap.
This is an amazing corner as well. Very underrated.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
This is the spoon curve, I think. They call that.
Yeah. That's a hard turn.
Yeah. And you run out wide, yeah. The only figure 8 track on the calendar as well.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is where they go over here. Yeah.
It's a fucking sick part, man. Natural undulation as well with this track. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. 120.
That's a cracking lap.
128.8. He actually went faster in his second run than his first run, and he's even if he didn't even go out again, he would have still had pole by 3/10.
Christ. That's nuts, man.
So congratulations to Red Bull as well, winning the Constructors' Championship, which is I think 88% points came from Max.
Yeah.
Just do it on his own.
Yeah, that wasn't a fair fight, was it?
No,
Jesus.
God no.
This other domination, man. That whole we expected it coming from Max.
Yeah.
Especially after last week.
Especially after last week, and then he just proved again why he's easy.
If the car has the ability to be half a second faster than anyone else on the grid, and you're 5th on the grid, that's a pathetic performance from Perez. Pathetic.
Yeah, what's going on with him?
Like probably just something that's getting to his head.
I understand if he's 2nd and he's 4/10 behind, all good, but not he's 8/10, 9/10 behind in 5th. I mean, seriously. If the car has the ability to be that much faster than everyone else, why isn't he? Yeah, I understand. Maybe per lap he's 3/10 quicker every lap because he's so good. But far out. I mean, not nearly a second. So
yeah, that's all right.
Crazy.
That's a fair.
And it's time and time again all year. It's exactly the same. But I think this is what Red Bull want. To be honest, they want that number 1 driver. They always have.
Yeah.
And I think they probably don't want someone up his ass the whole time, creating problems.
I was going to say, Mercedes have always had Bottas or Rosberg. Yeah, they were fighting, but they were always with each other. They probably preferred that, wanted to be the best all round.
Yeah,
as an individual driver, as a team, and the second driver. Whereas I think spot on, Red Bull are just worried about constructors winning a championship. They don't care what their second driver's doing.
No.
Yeah, well, why would you? And that's the position you're in right
now.
Why would you?
Good point.
And that's why they've probably been so cutthroat in their turnover.
Yeah.
There's no real, let's be honest, there's no real loyalty there for their second driver.
No, that's right.
Perez is probably the longest standing one since Ricciardo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because they had Gasly. Well, before that, they had Kvyat.
I was going to say Kvyat.
Kvyat, that's Verstappen actually replaced Kvyat and then stole his seat,
stole his girl,
which is crazy.
That's the ultimate power move, isn't it? And then goes and wins titles.
Kvyat, and then they have Gasly. But Gasly did absolutely nothing in that car. And then they had Albon who actually did all right. But man, looking back at the results of Gasly, he was terrible.
Yeah, shit the bed.
He was going out in Q1 even sometimes, and he was really, really bad. So
really let the pressure get to him.
Yeah. So looking back at those years, but they've found a nice niche, and obviously Perez doing his thing in 21, keeping Hamilton behind, won the championship. They have to show some loyalty there.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like he's finishing 10th every race. He'll still get podiums. He's still bringing in points. He just has fucking mares every now and then, and that was one of them.
I'm telling you though, if Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso were in that Red Bull, they'd be finishing 2nd every single race.
Yeah. Easy.
I'm not saying they'll win, but they'll be guaranteed.
They'll be behind him.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. But speaking about the midfield pack and all those guys, there was some good racing.
Yeah, definitely.
Some really good racing. Leclerc's overtake on Russell was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing. You had a mate there.
Yeah, shout out to a friend of mine, Mark, who was actually in that turn when it happened, and he reckons it was unbelievable.
That turn 1 in Suzuka live. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so he was there all weekend and just called me after race, and he said a lot of the midfield battles were really, really good. And that turn, that actual overtake live was just out of this world.
It was out of this world. He actually overtake him after, like, it coming out of the corner, which is crazy. Like, you never see that. So that was really good. I'm glad they didn't, it was talk of 5-second time penalty and stuff, for all four wheels after the track. But they
brushed it straight away.
Yeah, brushed it straight away. Let's move on. It's racing.
And it was good to see that from Charles. We probably haven't seen that aggression for a while. So,
well, he had every right to try the move. I mean, Russell was on old tyres as well, so you just gotta, it is a hard track to overtake. So you just got to make those hard moves sometimes.
That's it. And it was awesome to see. It was an interesting strategy by Russell as well. That one stop,
I think because after Hamilton had the slow stop, I thought he would come in, get out in front, and then be on fresher tyres. But for whatever reason, he thought that was the better option.
Yeah, and he called it real early as well.
Yeah, he did.
But I don't know.
Fresh tyres, man. There's no substitute for fresh rubber.
No.
Especially on a track like that. Like going through the S's, you could lose a second just in one sector.
It's just fucking huge.
Yeah. So you just have to, these days, you just have to pit for fresh tyres. Like it makes such a big difference.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm surprised he didn't put the softs on for the last 10 laps. That would have been a good move, but
probably just play it safe.
Yeah.
Try not to lose any more spots.
Yeah, you definitely can't draw out tyres these days.
No, definitely not. Especially with a track like that. You can get away with it at like Monza and these lower downforce tracks, but not a high downforce track like Suzuka.
No way.
That's a good point.
Bit of a coming together at the start as well. Cars.
Yeah, it was a bit. Again, there's like GP. There's some real aggression at the start because they know how hard it is to overtake in this track.
Yeah.
So they were going in 4 wide into that first corner. Something was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
which I think everyone involved ended up DNFing anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. They all did. I mean, Perez. Somehow Hamilton got away with it again. I don't know how he fucking does it. Anyway, the cockroach. Yeah, never dies.
Yeah. Someone had a puncture out of it. Was it Bottas?
Bottas had a puncture.
Yeah,
he had a shocker as well. Then got fucking cleaned up by Sargent. Fucking hell.
He got tackled by Logan. But all in all, I thought it was a really good race.
Yeah.
I think it actually backed up last week pretty well, to be honest.
Yeah. Solid race. Wasn't amazing, and there was no, nothing incredible happened, but it was a solid race. So.
Yeah.
Coming of age for Piastri in a way as well.
100%.
Just getting a podium. Like, it's such a big thing. Man.
It's a great weekend for him.
Yeah.
Put on the front row.
Yeah.
Finish on the podium. They didn't undercut him this week, which was great.
Yeah. But Norris did beat him fair and square, and even though he let him through,
it's to be expected though. Fuck, the guy's a rookie, and Norris is a star.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe we're expecting too much. Yeah.
But out of a clean fight against the Ferraris and the Mercs, they get third, beat Leclerc, beat Sainz, Russell, and Hamilton, just in a clean fight.
Yeah.
Like, it's very impressive for a rookie.
And driver of the day.
Yeah.
So cleaned up. Great weekend.
Amazing.
He's going to have some big following, I reckon, in the future.
I think so.
Piastri.
Yeah, he's just such an interesting dude. Like, he's just
a bit of an odd
simple,
character.
like, no, doesn't get too excited, doesn't get too angry. Just a real simple guy.
It'll be interesting to see how he gets portrayed in next year's Drive to Survive.
Yeah.
And like the insights we see out of him. Because,
true.
Not many people know much. It's like a mystery, these rookies, I guess, because you don't know much about them until that series comes out.
Well, that's what's so good about that series.
Yeah. You'll see behind the scenes.
In the personalities and things.
Yeah. And maybe he's like I don't know, it could be completely different to what you think.
I reckon that's brought a little bit of a negative light to people like Tsunoda, how, we said the other day that, he doesn't even want to train. And
it makes him look terrible.
It doesn't make him look good. It makes him look lazy. It makes him look like he doesn't want it.
Yeah, like he can't be stuffed. So
that's where I think it plays on my mind. I'm like, there's a guy really in it? But, I mean, he is. He obviously is. So
he wants that restaurant.
Yeah.
But Verstappen didn't like it. He was off it for a couple seasons, wasn't he?
Drives to Survive.
Yeah.
Because he was portrayed as him and Ricciardo hated each other, but they didn't. So, but at the end of the day, it's an entertainment show, so they got to do these things.
Yeah, they're going to twist stuff. They twisted things with Dan and Lando as well.
Yeah,
they did.
And tried to make them out like they hated each other.
Yeah,
people are going to believe it, but
100%. All the fake fans.
Yeah, James's lovely fans he loves. The Drive to Survive fans.
Yeah, they're amazing.
But not much news to come out of it. The race, there was obviously a big celebration from Red Bull. Ferraris, man, did they get on the TV once? Unless it was Leclerc's. Unless it was Leclerc's pass, like they had a bit of a nowhere race. But they were solid position in the end.
And they didn't really destroy a strategy, which is nice. So it's probably what they need, actually.
Yeah, just a simple race.
Yeah, it's a nice simple race. Bag some points.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, you know.
You go, Dan.
I was just got it up here. Apparently, Gasly was told to let Ocon through in the last lap.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't too happy about that. And what did he say? We don't have anything to say now. We'll discuss it later. Is what Gasly's engineer told him.
Oh, because they swapped them early in the race so they could have a go at Fernando Alonso.
Oh, they let Gasly through.
Yeah,
okay, so that's fair enough.
We had to repay the favour, which is fine. Which I'm all for. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you say let me have a crack and it doesn't work, give the position back if you can.
Yeah.
No dramas.
Yeah, it's alright. Makes sense.
He obviously didn't pass him, so then you pass it back through. But
that's right.
There's always going to be tension in that team.
Yeah.
Especially with Gasly and Ocon.
Yeah, definitely.
Two Frenchmen.
But the French can't get along with anyone else other than themselves.
No. Bad. Love their ham and cheese croissants, but
but yeah, that was about it, I suppose.
Yeah. It was a good race.
Yeah.
But fuck.
It's interesting it's interesting talking about it on the same day because there hasn't been those stories that have come out.
Yeah, that's right.
The following morning and stuff, but I mean, it's I suppose we go into Qatar in a couple of weeks, which, as we touched on last week, is a bit of a different track for the F1s, more of a MotoGP track in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you like that track for the GP?
It's a good question. I used to not like it.
Yep.
But there's something about it now that it's just fast. I like those fast right-handers at the ends.
Yeah.
Last sector.
But those rich Arab tracks, man, there's just no soul.
Yeah.
That's
the
problem.
thing.
There's no soul.
There's no history.
Yeah. You can walk into fucking Nürburgring or something, like what Brian Starring said. There's this history painted everywhere. That's not every track's going to be like Nürburgring.
That was really interesting. He said that about his favourite track outside of Australia was the Nürburgring, because it's not a track that comes to my mind straight away. It is a really good track, but I wouldn't think for bikes it would be.
It was very left field. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest.
Because it's a really tight hairpin at the start, and then sort of like a chicane, and then another hairpin, and then a quick left-hander, another quick left-hander, and then another chicane.
Good undulation there, Bart.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of everything.
Yeah, it does. It does have a bit of everything. That's amazing. And the North Schleifer, you should have asked him if he's ever ridden on that.
Well, yeah, I don't know. He drove around it in that rental car. But
that's right. Yeah, he spoke about that.
Yeah, on Supers weekends.
And he said heaps of bikes were on the side of the road. Yeah, that was cool.
But for Qatar, all those tracks... Yeah, I guess it's good racing, but if they took it off the calendar, I probably wouldn't give a fuck.
They did for GP. Oh no, sorry, they didn't. They've made it later.
Yeah, it's because they were renovating the pits.
Yeah,
which they need to do at Phillip Island.
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
they need to do more than just the pits at Phillip Island.
Yeah, Lindsay Fox, come on, mate, just bloody spruce it up a bit.
Yeah, get a Renault, get the block in there or something.
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Yeah.
It is crazy that it is just a shack down there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's old.
People wouldn't think that looking at it on TV, because it looks like a pretty cool complex, but everything is old there.
It's old school.
Yeah.
But it's pretty dope though.
It is. It gives a character.
You kind of bag it out, but it is cool.
Yeah.
It is cool.
I mean, we love it because back of the pits is there's one toilet, or there's two toilets.
Yeah.
In the whole back of the pit, so
it's made for the fans almost without
it is.
knowing that they were making it for the fans.
Yeah.
And no big catch fences anyway. You can almost
you're right on the
action.
touch,
you can almost touch the riders.
Yeah, I know. You can. Yeah, you're right there. There's a tiny little fence that's a metre high, and that's it.
I know, it's super old school. It's amazing.
Oh, gee, not far away, boys.
I know. Fuck.
What is it? 28 days or something?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But the only good thing about Qatar is the under lights.
I love it, man. It's one of my favourite tracks.
Yeah, there you go.
One race I'd love to go to.
Really?
There you go, Dan. So I didn't even ask you before.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it sounds dumb, but I'll always play it on GP. It'll be the first track I play.
Oh, God. That's the last track I'll play.
Yeah, it's just... I think, like you said, that sequence of rights in the last sector is just so quick.
It is good. That's good. And that long left-hander as well.
I feel like you get lost on that track, though. I'm playing and I'm like, I don't know what corner's coming up.
Every corner's a sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't see past the kitty litter.
Yeah.
But I think the big thing is it's just under lights and the bikes look so good.
And it's normally the first race of the season as well.
Yeah, it just G's you up.
Yeah. Oh, is it the first race of the season?
Not this year.
Not this year.
No, but usually it is.
Usually.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
It'll be good to see it back there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
But the Formula One's drive there at night, don't they? Or no?
Yeah.
Under
That's
lights.
in 2 weeks. So, now, we've got a few new air fresheners, boys.
Yep.
So we've got. Where are they?
We've got a Rossi.
It's
hiding over there.
Jet Lawrence. And unfortunately, we had to do a Marc Marquez because James is a fanboy.
We'll clip him in.
Yeah, we'll clip him in. So, just to help the channel out, guys, we've got some merch and obviously some accessories as well. So, just to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, teas, air freshers. And we got some more teas in the works.
We actually started this whole thing to start selling T-shirts and start selling these things because we wanted to wear our own stuff.
Yeah.
And we always found it hard to, buy something you could wear at the pub or something like that. And then the podcast came of it, and now it's sort of all about the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. It's amazing.
And we're having so much fun doing it, and thanks everyone for listening in every week. So we really enjoy it.
It's much appreciated. It's very
and some pretty cool things to come out of this as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Without giving too much away.
Yeah, we've got some really big things. We're going to be a couple of months coming up.
Yeah.
With obviously GP coming to October. We're going to have a few special guests as well. So really exciting.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
So join the Republica, guys.
Yeah.
It's a revolution.
Get around it.
So MotoGP.
Yeah, what a round.
I think it's the first time all year I've sat down and watched every bit of the racing for the Sunday.
Well, it was a bit of a shame because the Moto3 race wasn't as good as it could be.
Yeah, it was a bit boring.
Yeah, the last couple of laps were good. We're fighting for seconds. I just want to say, though, first, with the Indian Grand Prix, it was a fucking shambles, boys. Seriously.
Yeah, it was bad.
Well, when we were watching practice and the, I think it was it Miller who went down and the couple of fellas in their jeans ran out? I was like, oh, fuck.
I think one had sandals on. Seriously.
I said, oh, fuck, we're in for a fucking long weekend, boys.
He always got his hands trapped in the rear wheel.
Yeah, he did.
He always grabbed the rear wheel.
But you think there's 1.3 billion of those fellas. Could have done a bit of training. Not their fault. Could have done a bit of training.
Bro, but you know what the thing is like they go it's like any other circuit and it seems like there's like OH&S or something, but there it was just nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that was very bare bones.
Oh man, there was nothing. And then like there was delays. There was all those delays on Saturday. They didn't race till 5 p.m. Local time. Nice. There was a fucking monkey in Jack Miller's pit box. I picked the dog. That was my tip. But we got the monkey. So
that monkey would have been better off on that KTM.
Yeah, it would have been.
Seriously.
It would have been. So
yes. Well, have they got a contract for next year, or we think that's it, don't we?
I reckon that's gone, man. There was hardly any spectators.
The front pit, the front straight was packed, but the rest of the. Oh, you know why the front straight was packed? Because it was a
free entry or something.
There was cover.
Yeah, true.
All the other grandstands, it was out in the heat.
We're used to the heat.
That's a good point. Also, I think honestly, this is going to maybe sound a bit controversial, but I don't reckon there was visa delays. I reckon teams were holding out because they were waiting for this to get cancelled.
Yeah, I reckon it was on the verge.
Yeah, I think that's why everyone got there like the day before.
I'm glad it went. I'm glad it happened.
Oh look,
it
made for like great stuff in the championship.
Yeah,
some funny memes.
Yeah,
but Moto3 was boring as batshit. But
we got some results.
Yeah, Wama Masia, easy win.
Yeah, just pulled away. Which is unlike Moto3.
Yeah, we haven't seen that for a few races.
No.
Easy win. Kato Toba second, Ayumi Sasaki third, Danny Holgado fourth, which was a good recovery ride.
Yeah, was he coming from the back of the field?
Yeah, he was coming from towards the back.
Yeah, 16th or 18th.
Yeah, because he didn't make it. He made it through to Q2, then his lap got cancelled because it was under yellow flags or something, so he got demoted back.
It's always harsh because like they improved so much on that last lap, that last flyer. So similar with getting into Q1 and Q2 or getting into Q1
And what's his name? Colin Vaya and Sasaki clashed at the.
What a why did he spend so much time trying to protect his teammate, then like not go for the pass? Like it was just,
Inevitable.
in my opinion, I thought it was just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But
it's always gonna be a tough situation, that, because you don't want to. You got the team in your head. You what do you do? Chuck it up the inside, like he's fighting for a championship.
100%.
It's a real tough one.
He's the rookie too. Like you don't want to get in the.
How old's Sasaki? Sasaki's like 20. He's getting on, isn't he?
Well, he's been there for a few years.
So maybe 20 or something.
Because he's there's an age limit for Moto3, isn't it? 28 years old, I think.
I think it's 28. Can't race it anymore, unfortunately. My dream's gone. No, that's not
what we want.
There's a bloody tennis player in there.
22.
Okay.
So, fuck, there you go. Marquez has already won
So he's been in there since
MotoGP titles.
That is crazy.
He's been in there since 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, slow burn.
So yeah, he's been there 7 years. 7 years.
2 wins. That's all.
Yeah.
That's nuts. But yeah, I mean that championship's shaping up to be awesome though.
Oh, no,
like what is it? 4 points between the top
Close.
3.
Yeah.
Like that's going to be awesome now. They're coming into these next few races.
Yeah. And as I said, the flyways, man, they just fucking can pull up some crazy results.
Yeah, absolutely they can.
Which is nice.
So much can happen in Moto3 as well. Like it's just like if there's 18 bikes going for the lead, you run wide on the last corner, you finish 18th, like your weekend's done.
It always ends in tears for someone on that last lap, which is great. Moto2.
Yes. Daniel JD.
We saw him excited.
Oh god, yeah.
What a week.
I thought he was excited last night, but now he's really excited today, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was excited because Carlton lost. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
that is.
Good call.
Definitely.
Shit. Jake Dixon, you're a superstar. Seriously. Put it on pole position, get taken out. Couldn't have happened to a better bloke. Get back on and dump it again. Well done, pal.
But the thing is like, he didn't even get taken out. It was his fault.
Yes. So
it was who threw it out the inside again?
Alonso
Lopez. Yeah.
Which, if you know Alonso Lopez is around, like,
watch out.
You know he's gonna dive bomb you. Like, it's inevitable. But
it was Dixon up the inside, wasn't it?
Alonso was up the inside.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And Dixon tried to turn in.
Yeah.
But Alonso was already on the racing line. He was passing him.
And Crafer said, he goes, racing incident.
Yeah.
And the stewards just like, no, racing incident, play on.
He should have just... Pecco Bagnaia was a perfect example. He just... When
stood
Jorge Martin came in, he stood it up. Like
same spot. Exactly the same...
Like a normal racer.
Yeah.
It's just arrogance from Dixon.
I would love to see if he's come out with any comments, like blaming Alonso Lopez.
Yeah. He would. Death taxes, man. Death and taxes.
Seriously.
Not that I really want him on my freaking search on Instagram, but sure.
Yeah, get it on the blower. But yeah, fuck.
Jake Dixon's rival blasted. Wild riding from someone with a bad reputation.
Is that what he said?
Yep.
Is that on...
That's on motocrash.com. No, crash.net.
Fuck, they're good.
Yeah, there's nothing on his Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Here. It's not... Man, it's not...
Here we go.
Yeah.
This dude needs... Someone needs to punch him in the mouth.
It might have to be you, Daniel, seriously.
Nah. I'm not going to get violent.
Maybe we'll interview him at MotoGP this year and we'll...
You guys can. I'm not coming near him.
Dan, we got some comments for him, mate? Go fuck yourself.
Good on you, Jake. Really nice to meet you, mate. Good luck this week.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
Here we go, boys. He's actually a nice guy.
Yeah, I misunderstood him. Oh, that's funny.
Whinging palm. That's just silly, man. Like, I can't believe no one's spoken to him and said, like, you got to watch what you say.
Bro, Neil Hodgson comes out and says it was really poor and wild riding that has, from someone with a bad reputation to paddock. How the fuck is that his fault? Bro, so Palm's fucking...
Yeah.
You fucking...
Oh, so it wasn't Dixon who said that then. That's the biggest, like, clickbait.
No, Dixon said you live and learn from situations. I learned from the last situation when something like this happened, how to move on and grow as a person. So maybe he has listened to you, Daniel.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he did. Maybe we've got to check our views on that clip.
But, yeah, that was 100,000,000% Jake Dixon's fault.
Yeah, it was just a racing incident, man. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
Can't bitch and moan about it. But
that's racing.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
And just from there, the next Marc Marquez, Pedro Acosta goes off, just demolishes everyone.
What a win, man.
Yeah, he did that easily.
He's the man.
Yeah.
How old's Acosta?
19.
Okay.
Just turned 19, I think.
He's a very similar path to where Marquez has come from. Very similar path.
It is. It's even so similar that the first year of Marquez and Acosta both had an injury.
Yeah.
They all, I wouldn't say cost.
I didn't get that.
Cost.
Could you try again?
Oh, fuck off. I wouldn't say it costed Acosta the title. Like maybe
Accosted.
fucking...
Did it costed Acosta a title or
Yeah,
not?
yeah. I don't even know what I'm saying, man.
It's been a long day.
It costed Marc Marquez the title his first year.
Yes,
but it wouldn't have.
It didn't cost to Costa. Okay.
Yeah. But they are very much on the same path because they obviously won on their second year. But come on, that's big shoes to fill.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, I think. Like, I don't know if it's just to put them in the same team like everyone was thinking was going to happen.
Mm.
If for Acosta's second year or third year and they're in the same team, mad.
Are they friendly with each other?
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. They hung out?
Yeah.
Best buds.
That could be a rivalry. The young punk coming through.
Especially if Marquez gets himself onto a ripping bike and he's back up there and Acosta's just...
I really think that Honda's found something this weekend, though. I think this is perfect timing for Honda if they found something, because obviously he still hasn't made a decision.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. But...
Fuck, that's up in the air, that one, but...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this championship's starting to get blown out now. I think Acosta's 39 points up. Arbolino, good ride to second. Joe Roberts, amazing to see him back on the podium. Actually had a really, really good ride. Him and Garcia battling it out that last lap. Amazing.
Mm. Yeah, he's a fucking star, Sergio Garcia.
Dude, he's smashing it.
Rookie year in Moto2.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, fifth again.
He has a lot of fifth places.
I think that's his highest finishing spot, is fifth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's had like 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the Canet.
Yeah, but just 5th.
And there's a big accident at the start of that race too.
Mm.
Yeah, that was what's his name's fault? Fermin Aldeguer. Was it Fermin Aldeguer? Fucking took them all out. I can't remember.
God, it feels like a long time ago.
No, fuck.
Let's see if we can get it up here. If it'll be in this.
Robertson Garcia.
No. Oh, here we go. Alcoba lost control.
Jeremy Alcoba.
Yeah.
Hit Ramirez, who hit Vietti.
Yeah.
Was there another one involved? And Somkiat Chantra and Tega Harder. And I think someone got wedged between one of the bikes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And Canet and Lowe's fell.
Yes.
Lowe's took out Canet.
Alcoba actually got a long lap penalty and then didn't take it, so then got a double long lap and then crashed in the long lap penalty.
Yeah, doing like 2Ks an hour.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so embarrassing.
That's a day. We call that a Bottas day, I think, or a Perez day right there.
But
yeah, that was no good. That's a shit go, seriously.
Yeah, it's looking like this will get sewn up in a couple rounds, I think. Safe to say.
Yeah, he's got it in the bag, man. Unless something drastic happens, that's it. Which he deserves it, man. Going to MotoGP next year.
100%.
Yep.
It was just good to see a couple races where it was fought out.
Yeah.
And I guess not sewn up as early as what people probably would have thought. So yeah, still shaping up to be a good year though, nonetheless. I think Moto2 always produces awesome racing. The last few years have been so strong.
Yeah, it has been. Better than when it first came into it.
100%. Especially with these new engines, the new bikes. And it's only going to get better next year.
Yeah.
So Onshu's coming to KTM next year on the Moto2 bike. Yeah, with Vietti.
He'll be partnered with Vietti.
Yeah, okay. So who's in that team currently? Costa and...
Arenas.
Albert Arenas, yeah.
Albert Arenas.
And Arenas is going to...
Grassini.
Gotcha.
So that's Alcoba and... Oh, geez, I'm drawing a mental blank here. Who's his teammate?
I don't know.
I'll get it up.
Grassini.
Yeah.
He crashed from memory.
Alcoba. I said that. And...
There he
Philip
is.
Salach.
Salach. Oh, yeah,
So I think Salat should probably keep that seat.
Yeah.
I think Alcoba will move on elsewhere.
It's a stacked field though. We do touch on. There's a lot of names in there that are very familiar.
Yeah.
Like Dennis Fodger, he's been he's been a big name for years, and he just doesn't really.
Well, it's his first year as well.
First year in
With
Guevara.
Yep.
So
Takes a little bit of time for some boys to get hold of those Moto2 bikes.
Unless you're Sergio Garcia, he just got 4th.
Yeah.
man, on it.
Yeah.
Deserved a podium.
He's an animal. He did.
Yeah, put on the front row in qualies too.
Mm.
So hopefully we see him up on the podium, even the top step in the next few races.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I like the way he rides. Actually, he's really good.
MotoGP boys.
Oh man, Bagnaia.
What a round, man! And can I just say that? And I've got 2 witnesses that I predicted halfway at the start of that race that Pecco Bagnaia was going to crash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
You did. Well done.
Very much a crystal ball moment.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, T-shaped crystal ball.
Yeah. You were radiating your crystal balls over to me, and I took them.
Yep. So, you took them with open arms.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Well
just a crazy weekend.
Bro, so what's going on with the championship? It's 13 points?
Awesome. So good.
Is Martin got a genuine shot?
Yeah,
taking
100%.
Oh, 100%. But it's like, as we were talking about, are they going to let it happen? Are Ducati going to honestly let it happen?
This is the test now, isn't it?
Like, imagine having a number 1 bike on a Primac Ducati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There has to be a clause where if he wins a title, then he goes a factory.
Yeah, it'll just be a straight swap. You can't argue. How could you argue that?
Yeah. That's right, exactly.
Like, you just can't.
Well, you'll see Bastianini come back and probably take him out.
Yeah,
So
probably.
keeps his seat.
That's right. But I think they'll probably let it go for these next few races, see how that plays out.
Yeah.
And then they'll go, okay, if whoever's in a bigger lead, I think they'll just have to sort of take a knee to whoever's leading and go, that's it. Let this person take it. Don't let them fight.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to cost them anyway, because they're the top 3 in the championship regardless.
They're free to fight
So,
pretty much.
If Martin and Bagnaia take each other out, Bez picks up the pieces.
Yeah. Man.
There's no one close. It's not like Binder's 40 points behind where Bez
He's
is.
100 points behind, I think.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, Bez has still got that sneak. Like, he's still sniffing around 40 points behind, which is like a race weekend and some change.
Yeah.
Those
3 have definitely been the best 3 all year.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin's really come into his own and really polished himself up these last few rounds for sure.
If Martin just stays on the bike every round, he'll win a world title. He'll win this world title.
Yeah, 100%.
He's
100%.
purely a faster rider than Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco Bagnaia has just got the strongest head out there.
Yeah. And sort of not uncharacteristic, but I think for this season, uncharacteristic drop. You made a great point. He just went in too hot.
Yeah.
And we seen it on the next lap. They showed Bezzecchi coming through that corner. It was 2 totally different lines.
Yeah.
And from all accounts, if you weren't on the racing line in Bud, it was just see you later. Like, you were gone. So,
well, that sort of happened in Bag's crash. He was sort of out, maybe a
he was just a smidge wide. He really tried to hold it up and turn in a bit later, and it just didn't work for him.
Yeah.
So, just sort of those silly little things that he did in 21 that cost him.
Yeah, definitely.
So
that's all right. Now the pressure gauge is up for Martin and massively now Bags.
Now we go to Motegi. So Motegi's a very stop and start track, isn't it? Probably more along the lines of a Ducati track, but we'll see. I mean, Ducati's going to be up there regardless. So
yeah.
Well, it's going to be those 3 fighting for it, and
what was the results there last year?
I don't know. I have to get them up.
I think it was raining in the twin ring.
Oh, was it?
Was it?
And I think it was Miguel, Jack, Jack, Miguel, and Pecco.
Really?
No, was it?
Get it up.
We'll get it up.
No.
Daniel's brain's ticking over.
Pecco crashed out.
Well, Miller won last year.
Did he? He was second.
No, Miller, Binder, and Jorge Martin.
Yes, sorry, because Bagnaia, the idiot, tried to overtake Quartararo for 1 point and crashed out.
Oh, yeah.
On the couple laps to go.
Yeah.
Yes, so I must be thinking about a year before or a different race.
God, we have short memories for Miller,
Yeah,
don't we?
I can't remember shit, man.
But it's going to be interesting, man. I think the only saving grace at the moment for Pecco is sometimes Martin can be too...
Yeah, he'll bin it.
Yeah, he's either win or bin still, especially in this situation now where he has to take max points.
Mm-hmm.
If he's trying to overtake, you know, Pecco or Bears or... Like we said, Honda found something. If they bring this into next week, Marquez is going to go balls to the wall. He doesn't give a shit about the championship or who's around him. He wants to win.
Yeah.
So, you know, and if those two get into a scrap, like, that'll be the best thing to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it was nearly there this round, and Marquez was there.
Yeah.
Marquez was there. And I reckon if he stayed on the bike, he probably would have had second place.
Yeah, it looks like he had pace.
He did. He showed it in the sprint.
Yeah, right. Got third.
Both Hondas in Q2. Yeah. Mir looked like he had great race pace.
Where's that come from? Wow. That's what I'm saying. I think the Repsol definitely have found something. If Mir's up there, I mean, they have definitely found something.
Is it that, or is it just a brand new track?
We'll see this weekend.
Yeah, that's
next weekend.
Montegi is going to be the one.
Yeah.
Which is a Honda track, as it is. What happened with fucking Marini taking out Bez?
Yeah, just couldn't get it stopped in time and busted his left collarbone.
Broken collarbone.
That's got to suck.
Haven't heard of a broken collarbone for a while.
Nah, it's normally just Pedrosa.
Yeah. That's probably why we haven't heard for a while.
Hopefully that starts to rift in VR46 and we can get some juice out of it.
Yes. So all the top 3 Ducati teams, so you got obviously the factory team, you got VR46 and Pramac, all the riders are staying the same for next year.
No, Zarco's out of Pramac for Frankie.
Yep. That's right, yeah.
Digi is going to leave.
Yeah, but he's not in that top 3 though.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
sorry.
That's
Sorry.
So it's going to brew. Definitely going to brew. And like with you guys touched on with Starring, like he goes, there's going to be something.
Man, something has to happen.
Yeah.
You've already had it with Marini taking out Bez. Now, if Bez was fighting for a lot closer for that world title, then, you know, there's a rift there, or if Pecco takes out Bez or something like that now. Like, it's getting close. Like, if Bez takes out Pecco and then Martin
cleans up.
Yeah, and then takes the lead. Like,
but Martin's the outliner, isn't he? He's not Italian. He's not in VR46.
Yeah, he's just on...
He doesn't care.
He's on his own.
No, that's right. He doesn't give a shit. And I think that's where you'll find a rift will come from. It'll be... I don't really think Marini's got anything to do with it. Like, he's not contending...
Nah, that's right.
Very rarely, as much as sometimes I bank on him to be up there, he's not. I don't think he's going to be up there to cause that. Whereas, Pecco and Bez, I think that's where it's going to... And like I said last week, you see it already in the post-race interviews, like, no, but where'd you finish, man? Like, third, that's right. Both races, I was second. I was in front of you, wasn't I?
That's right. And now
it's slight jabs.
And now Bezecchi's got that sniff, like, it's going to be on.
And a big win like that, man, like...
Where he probably should have gone 1-1 if he just didn't get taken out by Marini.
He should have been 37 points. And then that changes it again.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think of that.
Imagine the point swing on that. Then that's not even a weekend and change. That's a weekend.
Yeah, those points are going to be important that he got back on the sprint, though. Because he got back up to 5th, didn't he?
Yeah, what a recovery.
Yeah.
Like, every point matters massively now this year. And being 44 points down doesn't take you out of it. Like, there's so much that can still play out.
No, definitely not.
No. And there's, like you always say, James, there's always surprises in the flyaways.
That's the thing with GP though. You crash and you're done. Like it can happen so easily. Like you run wide, you're in the sand trap, you're done.
Yeah, so, exactly. See you later.
It's not like car racing where you can run wide, you get back on the track, you might lose 3 positions. You are done.
Yeah, exactly right. Stuff's or if you crack a wing, you can get it replaced. It's not like that.
No.
If Jorge Martin comes out in Montegi this coming weekends and goes 1-1 or just beats Pecco each race, then I reckon it's going to ramp up massively where Pecco is going to feel like he's like under threat and the championship's going to start to get heated, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we want.
Yeah.
Like, it's what we've been craving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And we've seen spurts, but like a great move by Pecco to come back through to take second spot. So... Yeah, there has been little bits and pieces, and like we touched on earlier, Martin's move where he stood Pecco up to take second spot.
It's how aggressive you got to be, but like you got to come back from a fucking mile now because of the aero. You can't just be up someone's ass and then just sneak a pass in.
That's right.
And we saw that with Martin and Bagnaia.
Yeah.
With that pass.
Yeah.
He had to go for it. Like when we said that when we were watching, like you just have to go for it.
Yeah.
And Bagnaia's just an animal on the brakes.
Yeah, it's hard to pass.
He's just that much better than everyone else on the brakes. So that makes it even harder.
Remember what Phillip Islands, this is when Juan Mir won the world title in Moto3, and we were watching him going in the Honda, and you could see how much better than he was and everyone on the brakes, just passing.
It was incredible.
He
was passing like 4 or 5 riders in some
instance
in that corner.
Coming from miles back as well. It was one of the most impressive things.
Did he start from the back of the grid or something? Or did he run wide or something?
Something. He had to go through the pack.
Yes.
And he won the world title that year.
Yeah, that
race.
That was the most... We'll never forget that. Because we were watching it from turn 1. And he was coming from miles back. Like, it was... And we said he'll be a world champion one day. And he won the fake world championship in 2020.
Fell into his lap.
On a Zook? Come on,
man. One race?
Yeah.
It's been a long fucking day, mate. Come on.
I think he hated him.
Been talking to you for 8 hours. Oh, no, sorry. Put the timer down. It's a family show, sorry guys.
Oh my god.
Swear jar.
Fucking hell.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it has been a long day.
It has been.
Wrecked.
yeah, especially for you, Daniel Joyces. Fucking Colorado, third.
Dude.
Still not happy about it.
Yeah, no, what was his fucking jester? Seriously.
But then,
So
who left the room when we were watching the...
Daniel.
Dan did, and they were all lovey-lovey in there.
Yeah.
I think it's just heat of the moment.
Yeah.
You would have thought it was aggressive.
He's always been like that, but...
Yeah, probably not used to it being at the back of the grid.
Yeah.
God, that was such an interesting last lap, though, because Martin just obviously had nothing left. Ran wide. Obviously woke him up a little bit, and then he started slowing down again.
Yeah, so what a race for Jorge. So he's fucking...
Zip,
unzips, and then...
Pulls it back up.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, I don't know how he did that. Like, if people ride, then trying to, like, feel stuff with gloves on, trying to find that little tag to zip it up.
Because you can't look... there's no looking down. You just got to... While you're trying to ride the bike...
In a Grand Prix.
Yeah, at the speeds they're doing.
Like, fuck.
Crazy. Not lose a position doing it.
And then he was exhausted. And he fainted in
Parc
Ferme.
Fainted.
Bloody Simon Grayfar. I thought I saw him doing bloody CPR.
Well, I was actually really excited for that interview, but obviously he couldn't get the mic in, so...
You should have done a Joe Rogan, sat down next to him.
Yeah.
That must have been so physically demanding for all those guys.
I wonder as well if they don't want to go back there because of just the heat. Because they said it's the hottest they've raced in. It was hotter in Malaysia and everything. And it seemed like it's really taken its toll that weekend.
Yeah.
Like they shortened the races because of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they
like
all
3 or
just
4
looked,
laps.
well, not all of them, but like, Jorge Martin looked fucked at the end of that race. And couldn't even ride into Parc Ferme. He just had the water splashing him on him.
Yeah, I thought he was, like, he looked... I thought, like, fuck, he's done something. He looks crook ass.
Yeah.
And literally almost fainted when he jumped off the bike. Like, just dropped straight to his knees.
It's interesting. It's 34 degrees there currently, but feels like temperature is 39.
Yeah.
Because obviously that
Humidity.
everything holds it in,
That's
and
right.
the humidity and everything, like it's...
And
then throw leathers on.
Yeah.
Plus a bike that's running so hot.
Yeah.
Behind another bike. At ya.
Plus your helmet.
Fuck that,
like,
man.
Perforation can only do so much.
Yeah, that's alright.
Like, that'd just get too sticky.
Well, I think India runs opposite to Australia, so their cooler months are more like the December, January, February.
Yeah.
So, like, they're not going to be able to run a Grand Prix there, obviously, in that time.
Yeah.
So, they're just going to have to face it. That's what it's going to be, so...
If it keeps happening.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might be a one.
But when they go to Malaysia and stuff, it's not that... It's bad, but it's not nowhere near like that. Like, you never see riders get off and fainting and stuff.
No.
No, it's not that bad. But the difference is Malaysia, you got fans and it's
organisation.
Yeah, organisation. Like, it wasn't organised there.
No.
Like, there was fucking debris all over the track and no one was getting it or doing anything.
No.
Like, it was craziness.
Jack Miller was telling the marshals what to do.
Yeah, he was like yelling at them.
So, anyway, it's their first year, so I hope they go back there because it it was something different as well.
Yeah, it's good for the sport.
Yeah.
But I would have thought there would have been more fans.
But maybe that's true, Jim. Maybe they didn't want to sit out on the bloody heat, mate.
They fucking... That's what they do.
Yeah, I know, but like...
They sit out in the heat in the cricket.
True.
They get a drinks break.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? But even in the stands...
They just enjoy it a lot more, I think.
Well, interesting. Australia was playing India in the one day, so maybe they were all there.
Or
maybe.
There's 1.5 billion of them. Surely another 20,000 could have rocked up to the GP.
Yeah, we're not going back there next year. No chance.
I reckon they throw money at it about India.
Of course they do.
They would,
But if they're doing that, why don't they just get F1? How do they not have F1 back?
Yeah.
Tom?
That's a good point.
You're the Formula One expert.
Well, the person...
Why did they lose it?
They lost it. The person who organised the Grand Prix, I think, was fraud or something. He owned...
Wasn't the guy that owned Force India?
Yeah.
Was it actually?
Did he own like fake telemarketing companies or something like that?
No, he owned like remember Kingfisher?
Yeah.
And but I don't think he paid any
what
tax.
Was his name? It was VJ something.
VJ Singh.
VJ Singh. That's right. He was everywhere in the grid at one point.
Yeah.
Real original.
All right, I'm bringing up why they don't race there anymore. Okay, so
that's a big market. You think it'd be a bigger market for GP, but because they all ride scooters and shit, they relate to it. Like the Thai, they love it.
Yeah,
Thailand.
That's right. They go nuts for it.
Okay, so it was the only F1 race that was not paid by the government. The venue had to pay $40 million a year to Formula One to host the event.
Oh, wow.
So obviously they just didn't have the money to do it.
Oh, so they didn't have funding from the government.
No funding from the government.
Yeah, right. That's interesting. Well, I wonder what changed with MotoGP.
Okay, so tax issues and absence. So the Indian Grand Prix was set to have a 1-year hiatus in 2015. And then they just took it all off the calendar because there was a problem with tax. So obviously that's going to go back to what we were talking about before.
VJ Singh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. That's interesting. There you go. I never really thought about it. Oh, well.
They had 3 years there. Bloody Vettel won every single year. There you go.
Was it like 2010 to 2013?
2011, 2012, 2013.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. That's really... What's going on with Jack Miller? We say this every week, but...
What's he come out and said, though?
Nothing.
Nothing since the sort of biggest thing he said was contracts can be ripped up.
Yeah.
And he did something about having a fear of losing his seat, or he knows the possibility of losing his seat to Marquez or something.
I reckon that's not to Marquez, to Acosta.
To Acosta. He's probably got to be more worried about this at this time.
VJ Malia, his name was. Sorry, not VJ Singh. I just made an assumption there. So, well, probably, yeah, as we know.
So he was 14th and 31 seconds behind the race winner, man. Fuck.
Dude, Marquez dropped the bike, got back on it, and overtook him.
Yeah. No, I think he was...
Or got him back in front of him.
It was already in front of him. But that was only like 7 laps in, Daniel.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't think you can use the excuse of having a kid. Like, come on, it's been like this for ages now.
Yeah. I reckon the pressure is mounting.
Dude, it just sucks, man. Like, we love Jack Miller.
Yeah.
And just shit, like, especially after Jerez, we thought, fuck, Jack's on. Like, this is a good bike. Like,
well, we look at last year in Japan. Like, he won the race.
That's what I mean.
Like, a year's a long fucking time, isn't it?
And remember, Brad Binder got 4th.
Dude, Brad Binder is the ultimate Sunday man.
Yeah, he is.
He can start from anywhere and put that bike in the top 6.
But it just shows that bike's a race-winning bike, a podium bike.
Back to what we spoke about. Look when Danny Pedrosa came back.
Yeah, bro.
Look what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's probably an unfair comparison, but...
I don't know, though. Like, man, that guy doesn't race for years, and he comes back and finishes 4th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like it is... And where was Miller? Like, outside the top 10 again?
In that race?
In San Marino?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just crazy.
Man, I really do think now that Acosta's going to take Miller's seat.
No, I don't see it happening.
I can see it happening.
Yeah, I think it could happen.
I think they're ruthless, man.
Are they as ruthless as Are they that ruthless?
But remember, Pedro is their man.
Yeah, that's right.
They did do it to Oliveira, didn't they?
Yeah.
They kicked Oliveira and put him in the second chair.
And he came up through with them.
Yeah.
And Pedro Acosta is, a star. They're not going to get rid of Brad Binder, obviously.
But as Simon was saying on the telecast, is it too much pressure to put him in the main seat straight away? Is it a good thing to put him in the second seat to have a year?
I think it's fine.
I think he'll adapt pretty quickly. Yeah. And look, you can't be talking worse than what Jack's doing.
You know what's crazy about Marquez? If you went back in time, we were having this conversation 10 years ago. Marquez was in Moto 2 and he was going to the main seat in 2013. Like, you could never imagine Costa going next year to a KTM and then winning a championship, could you?
God, no.
Like, that's crazy. That happened.
It's nuts to think about.
I know, obviously, KTM and Repsol Honda are two completely different machines from back then and now, but, like, I just couldn't imagine a rookie coming from Moto 2 and then winning a championship the next year.
I think the field's too stacked.
Yeah, when Marquez came through, I didn't think he was going to win the title, obviously, in his first year. I thought from his second year he could.
Who was his teammate in the first year?
Pedrosa. I think it always was Pedrosa until, obviously, Danny retired.
2018, I think, was the last year.
Yep.
Where, I don't know, like Acosta, I could just see him doing consistent, if I'm going to be honest, probably consistent top 10, top 8.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is amazing for a rookie. And if he podiumed a few times, that's like more than enough.
I think it'll be one of the better rookie years we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, because really, who was the last big rookie that's done well?
It's probably Martin.
And he had an injury.
Yeah. Great point.
Martin's probably the only one.
He's a fucking star, man.
Oh, he's a legend.
Yeah.
He's a star. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is Martin. And then before that, I don't know.
Oh, long time.
Marquez.
Long time. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, when a couple of the others came in, it was just one or two people fighting it out for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't much chop.
And how long's Martin been in now? Is this his third year?
Yes.
Yeah.
So third year fighting for the title. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, he's a star, man. But, I don't know, back to Acosta. I think he's taken Miller's seat. Oh, what do you think? He's going to gas?
Yeah, I think Pole's going to go to Superbikes or test riding role or something.
Supersport?
God. Left out the paddock.
Rather be a Moto E World Champ.
Yeah. You'd be filthy if you pole, but seriously.
But he's
done his dad.
He's a twilight of his career, and he's on a satellite bike, like, he's done nothing all year. I mean, I know he's been injured a lot of it, but actually he's been injured from Portimao, hasn't he?
Yeah, that massive crash.
And he got taken out in the sprint race. How did he go in the race?
13th. He finished in front of Jack Miller.
So he finished third last. Then there was only 15 finishes, wasn't there?
16 with Michele Piro was the last one.
Oh yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah, that's really it for GP.
Yes. Yeah, not a whole lot.
We talked so much in the race.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, there was a lot of yelling. There's a lot of yelling.
What about Superbikes, Dan? What happened there?
I didn't watch it this weekend. Unfortunately, obviously we had a lot of racing on here.
Too much on.
But Supersport, Bulliger, Schroeder, Montella in race 1. Bulliger's closest championship rival was Manzi, who finished 11th. Had the chance to sew up the championship in race 2, but didn't happen. He needed Manzi to finish 11th or lower if he had won. So he did the double. Manzi 2nd and Freddie Carra 3rd. So that'll roll over and he'll probably fix that championship up next race weekend. And I can't remember if we touched on it, but he's getting promoted to Aruba World Superbike. So he'll be Bautista's teammate next year.
So where's Rinaldi going?
KRT's got a seat open, so that's a possibility.
Okay.
Honda's still got 2 seats open, possibility, and potentially across to Moto Corsa Ducati.
Okay.
So up in the air for him.
You said KRT approached a couple of GP riders, didn't you?
So they've come out and said they've approached 2 MotoGP riders, a few Moto 2 riders as well. I could only assume one would be De Gia.
Yeah.
And the other maybe Pole, maybe Jack.
Oh, no,
like, do you know, like...
No.
I would make more sense if they had approached Pole.
It wouldn't be a bad shout for Pole, but get on to a KRT.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
But
That's probably the best gig he's going to get on.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. I wouldn't see Jack Miller going to Superbikes.
I don't think so. But so yeah, they've contacted a few people. Axel Bassani's in good stead to take that seat though. So he'll move from Moto Corsa Ducati.
Yeah, gotcha.
Across there for a factory ride.
Yeah.
So that was that. While we're speaking, I believe race 2 is on. But race 1, Rinaldi took the win. Top Rack second. Johnny Ray third. Superpole Bautista Ray Top Rack third. So Bautista's still very much in control of the championship. Although he did crash out in race 1.
Hafish Siren fucking races fucking World Superbikes?
Yeah, for MIE Honda.
Fuck, bro, what a fucking fall from grace from crying on the grid to that.
Well, no, actually, opposite. That was embarrassing.
But, yeah. That's all I've got for Supers, really. There's no real other news on who's coming in or
Yeah, no, that's fair.
other rider movement and stuff. Like I said, I think Leclerc waiting on Marquez's decision, really.
Yeah, fuck, Marquez is just holding up that whole...
Yeah.
He's the main domino, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, for both codes.
Yeah.
So I think if he ends up in Gresini, it's looking like Leclerc is just a sure thing for
Yeah.
Repsol Honda, which
So-
is a massive downfall.
You can't have like a one on fucking Repsol Honda, man.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't.
Well, that's a good point, though. Let's discuss that for a second. Who goes to Repsol?
That's the play.
Yeah. So what?
That's literally what Leclerc is
That
waiting
is
for.
shit. That's a fucking shit team.
That's a shit
For
team.
two,
I know, that's
those
what I'm
two
saying.
He's
riders.
probably the worst on the grid. He'd be almost the worst on the grid.
Who's that?
Leclerc
In
MotoGP, if he's on Repsol Honda.
Nah, fuck. He can't be worse than Taka.
Geez, Jack Miller's fucking nearly there at the moment.
Yeah, that's a good
But
point too.
I would rather have
Those two-
I'd rather have Taka Nakagami on that Repsol Honda than
Don't say that.
Nothing
Fucking-
against Mir, but those two cannot develop a bike.
No, not a
They haven't got the
chance,
experience
not
to
a
develop
chance.
a bike. You might as well fucking sign Danny Pedrosa.
You're better off trying to get him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a fucking scoop for you. T Shavs.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's a shit team. Mir's good, obviously. But fucking, what's his name again? Leclerc.
Ika.
Bro, fuck that.
Because there's no real other option for that Repsol seat. Not that I've heard anyway. No names being thrown around.
So, is what's the percentage chance of Marquez going to Gresini?
I think it's 50-50.
50-50?
That's such a Switzerland answer. But
Yeah.
I think Honda are going to make it hard for him from what I've heard. And there was something about because he's tested next year's bike, it's
Yeah.
going to be even harder for him to get out of that contract because of... And you made a great point and everyone else has said the exact same thing. What's he going to take from Honda to Ducati?
Yeah, nothing.
Like, he's not going to bring anything across, but I think Honda deliberately put him on next year's bike early to try and halt that.
Yeah, they obviously won.
It's come out that he knocked back a 2-year Pramac deal. So...
you got to remember, Mark Marquez has got his brother in his ear going, "Fuck, this bike's
Yeah,
good. This
yeah.
bike's
100%.
riding really good." He's in. That's where I know my prediction was a bit of a throw the shit on the wall, but that's where it came from. Where he's
Yeah,
going to get
of
told
course.
all year, "Fuck, this bike's so good. This bike's so good." He's going, I want to be on this bike. I'm fucking at the prime of my career. Why am I on this shit Honda that's doing nothing?
100%. But my argument is, if the bike's that good and his brother's told him that, take the 2 years of Pramac and you're on the factory bike.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But how
Do you know
true?
what I mean?
Where's the truth in that? Is there Primac have come out and said
Yeah,
that?
it said it. That was a third option for him.
I think he's desperate to get to that KTM and he just wants that year
I think,
on
yeah,
Ducati.
that's why he knocked it back. He knocked the 2 years back because he wants 1 year.
Because I reckon KTM would have verbally said,
There's
"Get
something in
through-
play for 25.
Get through next year. We've got your Red Bull fucking KTM or KTM
or an
something."
MV Agusta because
Yeah.
they want MV Agusta back.
Yeah.
But how are they going to fit Marquez, Acosta, and Binder on the bike?
That's why I just said they're trying to get. They've been trying to get another bike,
Yeah.
and they've got that 25% share in MV. They
Yeah.
want MV back on the grid.
And they'll have 4 factory bikes like Ducati.
Yeah. So that's where it could be a Husqvarna.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Yeah.
that's
That's
sort
the
of what's
play.
being floated around.
Yeah. I reckon he's going to stay in Honda.
I think so. Like, why would you piss off for a year? Try learn a bike, and the guy will adapt to it straight away.
I reckon he'll fucking win.
Like,
I reckon it's a no. It's just, who cares? He's going to go to KTM anyway. What's another year on a shit Honda?
that's exactly right.
It's making more and more sense as each day goes by.
Yeah.
If he's done a pre-signed contract with KTM,
yeah, and
which sounds like he has if he's knocked back a deal from Pramac.
Well, that's the thing. Like you said, if his brother's in his ear and it's going, oh, the Ducati's such a great bike, and he's going, well, he's on a bloody year-old Ducati. I've been offered a factory Ducati for 2 years. I'll fucking clean up, win 2 championships, and then I can call it a day. I'm on 11 or whatever he's on.
But just say he goes to Gresini and then finishes top 3 in the world title, right? Just say.
Yeah.
Ducati's like, all right, I'm going to offer you fucking big money. We want you on a factory bike. Like, you'd be crazy to leave. Would he turn his back on then KTM?
Well, he's got no ties to him.
Well, that's all right.
So, yeah, why not?
You know? Because I can see that happening. I find that very likely.
We could sit here for countless hours trying to work out and throw so many different things out there to say, oh, what if this, what if that? Like, there's so many scenarios that could play out. But I'm with you. Like, I think the more and more you think about it, it just makes sense. Stay at the Honda.
Yeah, he'll stay.
Earn your 12 mil. You're not getting 12 mil from Gresini, no chance.
No.
Yeah, you might make it up in sponsorships, but you still got those sponsorships while you're at Honda. Make bank, do whatever you want with it. Deal with it. If the bike's good, then that's a bonus.
The other thing you have to think about is Red Bull might make a throw at sponsoring Gresini for a year.
With KTM, but?
Well, who knows?
I don't
think they'll throw a sponsorship at it. What I've heard is they will pay out Honda if he leaves.
Yeah.
So then that all just confirms he's then just backdoor way to get to KTM.
Yeah.
So, look, it's so interesting.
Oh, it's so interesting. I love talking about it, to be honest.
Like, it's on everyone's mind, really.
It's the big one of the biggest.
Honestly, it's probably bigger than the championship at the moment. Like, everyone cares about that more than the points.
Well, he's just such a draw card.
Well, I think we'll find it more. I think something's going to happen this weekend.
It'll be in Japan. I think that's where he'll make the decision. Like, and it kind of makes sense too. Like, why would you say that you're leaving
in Japan? Yeah, but if he doesn't say anything in Japan, I reckon he's gone.
Yeah, if he doesn't, that's right. But if he's, Marquez presser, like, I don't know if he'd make it out of Japan alive.
Yeah.
He said, I'm leaving Honda.
Yeah, if he announces a press conference, it's signed for Repsol, or continuing with Repsol.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But we've still got to find the clip if he does go across, where I look at Tom like, what are you talking about? Then I shake his hand and tell him I owe him dinner.
You laughed at in his face.
He did. The look on his face was like...
Did you not, James?
Oh, keep me out of this.
James tapped him on my knee and said, yeah, you were right, man. You were right, man. I just don't want to say it in front of Daniel.
Oh. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. I'd love to see what it's like living in your two brains for a day, just to see what the other side looks like.
You'll be jealous, bro.
You'd be straight to the top if you had my brain.
Yeah.
What'd you call me?
Yeah, be.
Are we ready for Crush of the Week? A new segment?
So we've got another new segment.
Okay, so everyone, we'll tell you why we've got a new segment. So we normally do
throw it back.
And every time Tom he basically butchered the last one, and then we've gone, you got your clip ready. Nah, fuck it, we'll do it next week. And he's like, nah, I fell asleep. I didn't do any research. So now he's come up with his new one somehow.
Because it's much easier. I can just clip a YouTube clip to Daniel, and then I just can watch it, and then that's it.
You came out firing with your first one, but and next week we're putting it to you on air.
Yes.
So you're coming back.
Throwback next week.
It has to be a bloody good one.
Oh yeah, it will be.
And it doesn't have to be F1. It doesn't have to be GP.
I'll do the 2005 US Grand Prix when there's only 6 runners.
Where you finish top 6.
Yeah. All right, Crash of the Week, guys. We have got a absolute ripper for you. This is one of the craziest crashes I've ever seen. This is a Formula 3 race at Macau GP. So the Macau GP is an event in China, obviously.
Okay, so can you pause for a second?
Oh!
What's the Formula 3?
Formula 3 is obviously one grade lower than Formula 2. So,
but F1 didn't race there, did they?
No, F1 don't. Only F3 race there.
Okay, so only F3.
It's a really specialized event just for F3.
They still
And
go
they've
there?
got and there's sport. They got sports cars as well, which is the main race. So this is like the support category. I suppose.
Fun fact as well. Our editor Curtis, if he wants to go anywhere in the world, he told me to go to Macau.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he loves it.
Love you, Katie.
What a
All right.
match.
So maybe start it again.
Let's go.
So this is Sophia. It's actually a lovely young lady who was racing for this one. Give me a
What? She's the one that binned it.
Yep. Give us a sec. Sorry, guys.
What are you doing?
Her name is Sophia Flourish. I believe she was a German or, similar country to that.
At least she says it.
So she's let's have a look, Dan. Get it going.
That's actually fucked up.
Do you have any sound, Daniel?
Oh, look at that.
Jeez, it's into the catch.
Over the catch.
Yeah, into like
Bro, there's people there.
Yeah,
Are people in that thing?
broadcasting area, yeah.
Bro, that is fucking gnarly.
Yeah. One of probably the biggest crash I've ever seen. And
Fuck.
I think was slightly injured, but like walked away from it, or
Do they have the halo there?
no.
Yeah, right. How did that happen?
We have an animation actually that I've created.
You know what? Curtis could actually create this. This is a fucking crazy thing. Come on, Daniel. Is this okay? Yeah. Oh God.
Just a bad set of events, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
That's fucked that
Jeez,
they
that's
walked away
horrible.
from that, man.
Yeah.
Jesus. Man, if that was like 30 years earlier, 20 years earlier, they're
Dead.
probably dead.
Great on board.
Someone would believe that. So walked away from it, okay.
We're shown without apparent reason.
What's that?
So they displayed yellow flags. I didn't know that. God. So
what walk us through what you
So
said.
that was it was a safety car restart, and then they were going to that first corner, and then the yellow flags came out. The Chinese obviously got a bit confused, and then the car in front slowed down.
Oh, and that's why she hit him.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, look at the photographers. Surely it'd be a good photo from there.
Yeah, surely there's some footage there. Man, that catch fencing is unbelievable, but didn't do much of a fucking job with this one, but like the NASCAR and stuff's pretty amazing. Two meters above the surface, hits the top of the fence. I wonder what happened to the marshals. Is that it?
All good, I think.
Sure about that one? Oh my god, imagine being that photographer. Yeah, that's pretty
Maybe
fun.
play that other video I linked as well with different camera angles. Damn.
If you just listen to this, definitely pull up the video on YouTube
Yeah.
to watch it. So fast. I know, that's so fast. So, with that, Tom,
Oh, this is
here we
crazy.
go.
this is the tin shed. I'm surprised.
Bro,
it's
lucky
not
that was
straight through
there.
it.
Lucky that was there, that
Yeah,
shed.
no,
Yeah.
no. Man, that's fucking insane.
How
they
no one
got there?
died is just incredible. Yeah. Well, no resistance from the ground. It was like fucking airborne,
No one even had time to react.
No.
What do you do there?
So, my question to you is to restart that race, did they have to put up another catch fence there? Or was
Yeah, I think it just got black. I just think it got red flags and that was it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, from memory.
Yeah,
That's
that
not
that
worse.
makes sense. All right, boys.
Well, thanks for the first edition.
That was good.
Yeah.
And just tips for Motegi.
Oh, just a quick one. I got a shout out to one of the Moto America races in the, I think it was like their super sport category. She's a 16-year-old named Kayla Yakov. She won the race in the wet. Like, absolutely unbelievable ride.
Oh, wow.
Like, pretty full on. I'll see if I can quickly get it up
Yeah,
on Instagram.
get it
I just thought, like, my mate, again, shout out to my mate James. He sent it through and we're having a good chat about it. Just crazy, like, the skill and the, what do you call it? Like, determination just to do that. I mean,
16-year-old.
16-year-old, like,
What a G. Good on her.
this is it here. Like, this is some gnarly racing, like.
And now
They're
like
going
400s.
full crank. These are Super Sport 600s.
Fuck, she's on 600s.
I believe this is ZX6.
Yeah. What a savage.
Oh, sorry, she didn't win. It was the podium. My apologies.
Oh, damn.
My apologies. Still,
Turn it off.
massive shout out though. Like,
that's amazing.
At
Oh,
16
that's
years
still
old
crazy.
to do that, like in those conditions, that's
Yeah.
like for anyone to do that, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's
So-
really good.
Yeah, shout out Kayla. Hopefully,
Future star.
Yeah, well done. That's awesome.
you know, hopefully it paves the way for many more young females to get into the sport, and we see more coming through Moto 3, Moto 2.
Yeah, there's a few of them that have come through.
Yeah, exactly.
Some
You know,
serious pace.
Anna Carrasco paving the way.
Yeah.
Few championships in World Super.
Yeah, the Super 300 or whatever it is.
So yeah, shout out. Apologies, I got it wrong. It was a podium,
it's
not a win, but
It's still
Still an amazing
effort.
effort.
Still very nice.
cracking effort.
Tips, boys.
yes.
Teggy.
What do you think?
Hopefully it's not raining.
Yeah.
Well, it looked pretty good in the F1 race.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Martin, Bez, Bagnaia. Yeah. I know, and special mention Martin to go 1-1.
Wow.
I think he's gonna do
the double.
Yeah.
I reckon Bags is going to come out and absolutely annihilate him this weekend.
Okay.
I just got a feeling. I think he's going to come out and he's going to win both sprint race and main race. And a big braking track.
It's a good
That's
point.
Very,
Yeah.
very, very, very hard. Probably the hardest braking circuit on the calendar, I would say.
It is.
And being probably the best braking performer in the field. That's my feeling. Actually, a similar track in a way to India.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just think he might crack under the pressure. I think the pressure's mounting. I just think maybe there's one more slip in him.
yeah, I think Bagnaia, Bez, and I think Marquez for third.
Fuck yeah, no. Every time you pick Marquez, he's let you down.
Perfect. A win-win.
Great call. Pecco, same boat as Tom. I think he's just going to come out and blitz. Binder and
Not a bad shout, that one.
Yeah.
Pecco, Binder, Bez. And I think Honda for a strong performance again.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Who'd you go for, Dan? Sorry?
Pecco,
Pecco,
Brad, and Bez.
and James went for...
Martin, Bez, and Pecco. If it rains, my bet would be Binder.
Oliveira.
He's going to let you down again.
No,
Oh, mate.
He's a rain master. Like Petrucci.
Tom's favourite. Too easy, boys.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for a great day. It was really fun.
Yeah, it
that's
was awesome. See you next week, gents.
All right, see ya.
guys.